Welcome back. So this is WordPin, and today we are going to look at the board analytics tool. The board analytics tool is really cool because, as you can see here, it can capture whatever metric you want. In this case, I have outbound clicks, but then you also have saves, impressions, and you can visualize them all at once in this heat map. This heat map is very intuitive. And it tells you basically if you have each board is represented by a box, and if the color of the box is on the bluish side, it means the values for this metric, whatever metric you pick, are low. The other way around, if instead the values are red, it means that the numbers are pretty high. For example, I can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, quite a few that have high values. I change to impressions. That will change too, because now it's looking at the impression metrics and is not looking anymore at the outbound clicks metrics. But now let's say it's too confusing to look at that. Well, we also categorized the boards for you. We use the very transparent metrics in here. You can see clicks are your outbound clicks, and based on what the metrics are, we can tell you whether those are growth engine. It means they're really growing a lot. They're bringing a lot of volume in. Rising stars, it means that they are growing over time. Slow momentum, they're doing stuff, but they're taking some time to come up. Steady contributor, it means that continuously, for the data that we can get, are contributing to the volume of your engagement. Needs attention, it means something that is not really performing too well. And inactive, it means that you really don't have much, of less than 5 clicks in a month, and basically there is no activity. We can also highlight them. If you go up here on the top right, you click on highlight categories, and you can easily see now all the categories for the boards, and all the boards categorized based on a single contrasting color, which is much easier. You can also look at all the metrics down here. Those are your individual metrics, your individual boards. You can click on the boards, you can look at the total impression, total clicks, you can sort them by one or the other, and then you can analyze them and view the pins in there. So if I click on view analytics, what this is now doing, so it's telling you all the metrics that we calculate, and it's quite a lot of them. Now let's look at those. For example, this is the lifetime click-through rate. So it means that we take the overall impressions that you have, and then we look at the clicks, so basically the outbound clicks, and we then calculate a click-through rate, which tells you is a 1.82% in this case. The save rate, it's not really high, it's like 0.02 in this case. But then we calculate that also in terms of what's the projected monthly outbound clicks that this board gives you, the average clicks that you get daily, for the last 90 days and for the previous 90 days. Then also the impressions that you get, and then you also look at the rate for the 90 days and how it changed if you look at the previous 90 days projected data versus the current 90 days. What does that mean? That's actually, that is telling you whether the momentum of this board is increasing or decreasing. Then you look at this one, which tells you how many pins are active out of all the pins that you have, which means I have 59 pins in there and 58 are being engaged with in one way or another. And then you get your lifetime and 90 days activity that we use also to calculate all of these things up there. You can also view all the pins in there, and these in this case is labeled as steady contributor because of the activity that it had in the past 90 days and lifetime. Now, this is really cool. Again, you can also change, let me show you. So let's go on outbound clicks and let's change to the last 90 days. So now it's pulling all the data that you looked at before. Let me remove the categories, and it's focusing on what you had as outbound clicks in the last 90 days. So what you want to do in this case is to click on one of those. You want to pull the pins for that. You want to calculate. So this one is doing the same now. You want to calculate, now it's showing you the pins that are in there. You want to extract the keywords from those and create, look at that. You can create now, if I click on here, that's selected. Now I analyze it, and look at that. I go on extract pin keywords, and what this is doing now, it will return the keywords that are within title and description and see whether, and some extra suggestions as well, and see whether I can create more pins around this successful pin that I have in that board. So a lot of the tools in WordPin are really connected to each other and allow you to go very deep in all the in all the data. Now go on WordPin, wordpin.click. You will get to this page and you can check the pricing, you can see what you do. It does a lot of things, so we'll go through all of those, but I don't want to overwhelm you because it's quite a lot. We are very good in projecting data analytics, taking data and making sense out of it, making it so that you can digest it and use it for something concrete. Now, if you want to join us, you will notice that depending from the subscription, you can get different tools, access to different priority queues. If you prefer instead to use as a pay-as-you-go, go ahead. We have packages of 500 and 1,000 credits. They're valid for 6 months. We are happy to answer any questions. You can go in here and you can send us a message if you want. Otherwise, you can click on Start Free Trial and you will be sent here. And then we will be very happy to welcome you in our WordPin family.